What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, West, and I'm here to talk to y'all about Love Island. We're gonna have a sporadic conversation, but my review is mainly gonna be based off of Love Island episode 25. But so much just happened, and I want to touch upon Anaya's breakdown because it was bad, and I felt bad for her. And I'm gonna tell you the main reason why I felt bad for her was because she is 23. That's the only reason why I felt bad for her. Because she clearly had another connection in Carl. She clearly is more attracted to Carl. She clearly is giving Carl more play than she ever thought of giving Casey. And she won't realize that. And I feel like I feel like being on the show played into her mind at the time. Mind you, we're on episode 25. At the time, it played into her mind, and she thought that sticking with KC would just up her stock. And she learned that that wasn't the best move for her. Mind you, Casey and Anaya are both 23, and I'm gonna leave it at there. All right. So then I want to, and I also know, I also want to pay attention to Melanie, who was there for Anaya in her time of need in both instances where she cried walking away, when she cried in Soul Ties. Melanie was there for her, and Melanie spoke confidence within her, and it was just a great scene. And overall, Melanie's stock went up as well. And I feel like we can stop making Melanie pay for her reactions to Corbin when Corbin came in. She's definitely changed. Whereas Sincere, as Sincere treated her so poorly afterward that he just continued doing it. I feel like he continued punishing Melanie once he had the opportunity to. He felt like he would be on the side of righteous and he didn't know when to stop. So he just kept punishing her. But Melanie learned her lesson. She fixed her image and how she was conducting herself, and she's progressed forward. But Sincere is just still a piece of she should have kept Corey. All right. So now I want to get to episode 25, and I'm gonna go through my notes. Tira says, "Are y'all still exploring?" Okay, so this after Casey has the conversation with Anaya, and Anaya is like, "I don't care what you have to say, like leave me alone, whatever, I don't care, like move on, move on, move on." And Casey's just trying to smooth it over, trying to smooth it over, trying to smooth it over. Anaya doesn't want to hear it. So Tierra has the conversation, and she's like, she doesn't really want to hear it either. She wants to be done with Anaya and KC. She wants that to be like a thing in a distant past because she likes KC. She wants KC. That's all she care about. She cool with Anaya, but what's happening here? I don't need you to be moving like Sincere. I don't need you to be moving like Corbin. Are you still interested in her? That's all I really care about. And he's like, nope, I'm not interested in her. And, she makes mention to hoping that 2 months after the show that they could call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because I feel like Tierra needs a grown man as well, or a growner man. Mind you, she's only 25, but I feel like Tierra needs a growner man than what she has in KC. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anaya asks Carl, how do you feel? Carl pulls her for a chat. They go in the area in the back. I don't even know what it's called. And right away, her leg is already on Carl. Her leg was never on KC. Right away, they already kissed. She never kissed Casey the way she's kissing Carl. Mind you, this is after the blow up, after the fact. But before, when Casey was in Casa More, Anaya was exploring, Anaya was kissing, and it was what it was. That's it. Why we failed to realize this, I have no idea. But Anaya does not really give a damn about Casey like that. Okay. And it's the main mention of the disrespect, the disrespect, the disrespect. You don't really care for this man like that. Why do you care that much? Right. I feel like, let me not get ahead of myself. Well, I'll continue to go down my nose. Jen says she tells Gal that they aren't going to work. In my mind, I feel like the edit told us that Gal dumped you. It wasn't the other way around. Jen is moving around like, yeah, I felt like it just wasn't going to work. We weren't compatible. So we both decided, no, Miss Ma'am. The edit told us that Gal decided to dump you. The edit told us that Gal thought you were weird and you were pushing not a narrative, you're pushing him into behaving in a way that he's not comfortable with behaving. So he decided to leave you alone. That's what the edit said us. And I don't even know why you chose him. Because we knew it wasn't a work. This is the thing. The edit shows us that it's not going to work for you. Why can't y'all see it? Why can't y'all tell? And then you really think Gal is that hot? Gal is not that hot. Okay? And some of y'all were upset about my, judge a book by his cover video. Gal is not hotter than Dylan. So, I'm going to dig into Kenzie's little whore ass. Let me see. Let me go down my notes. Jen says she is good and she's not going to cry. We have not seen Jen cry yet. I can't remember if she got a tidbit emotional with Gabriel left, but she was not like in tears. She probably felt down, but she was not like in tears. So I like, Jen's level of strength. Jaden says she wants someone that shows more aggression and more that she wants her. Caleb is too nice for any of these bras on the show. Caleb is probably the nicest man on this show outside of Sean. Sean was nice too, but Caleb and Sean are like the gentlemanest of the gentlemen's. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting the shit end of the stick. You have Melanie that's sitting here dying over Sincere. Anaya sitting here dying over KC. Dogs Carl out, and Carl comes running back to her. Kata and Zach. Zach is already dogging Kata. Bryce is, only misbehaved once and trying to talk to Kata. And Corbin is just a whore as well. But you got these beautiful men as in Sean and Caleb. And we not really acknowledging these good guys. Jada, here comes Jada, and she wants a Sincere or she wants a Corbin. Poor Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Poor Caleb. Dylan speaks to Kenzie. She says she spoke to Gal and she says she likes physical touch. Kenzie is a whore. Dylan gets emotional. Kenzie is sincere. Okay. So Kenzie decides to mouthwash with Gal. Mind you, from what she know, Gal and Jen were a thing, and then she knows that Jen likes Gal. Before she mouthwashes with Gal, she doesn't tell Jen anything. You know why? Because Kenzie feels she doesn't owe anybody anything. Kenzie is the whore of Love Island. Kenzie has messed around and mouthwashed with 17 men. And ain't we just supposed to accept her antics and how she behaves and how she acts. What? Are you serious? So Kenzie speaks to Dylan and says, yeah, we kissed, we made out. She's implying that it was nothing really. Same way Sincere is doing it. Same way Sincere is doing it. Implying like it ain't nothing, implying, oh, we kissed, but it was nothing. I still like you. But she ain't gonna get bad mouth. Ain't nothing gonna be said to her. It's the double standard of it all. Yeah. Yeah, Sincere called it out because Sincere know that his ass is grass too. But he called it out at the damn movie night. The women get to act however they want to act. But they feel like since they not name dropping or, calling people grandmas or stuff, that is just a better situation because no one's being disrespected. All y'all are still whores. Yeah. The only one that's not is Caleb. Caleb is the only one in this house that's not a whore. Trinity kissed another dude outside the challenge. Right. But I digress. Okay? Dylan starts crying. I don't know what the hell is going on with this shit here. But you know what? I'm glad that a dude is crying because the women get to cry and everybody feels all bad for them. Let Dylan cry. I bet you the comments are going to be like, oh, he's corny. Oh, he's a punk. Dylan is crying because he's a good guy. He felt that he had a good girl. I don't know why. Wasn't you watching this show at home, Dylan, or wherever they had you held up in the hotel? Wasn't you watching the Ellens? You already know she's a whore. You already know she likes to have her cake and eat it too. You already know she likes to kiss Corbin and Soul Ties or wherever they was kissing and be secretive about it and not tell Melanie. We already know she's not a girl's girl. Why you even want her is beyond me. But he crying and shit. Oh, I just wish you're only making out with somebody because you're unsure of us. Then she hugs him and coddles him. His head is down like this, sniffling. Girl, what am I watching? Love Island, episode 25, season 8. Dylan walks away. He goes, and Kata and Zach see him crying like a bitch. I'm just being funny, but you know what it is. What's wrong, Dylan? Nothing. Man, what's wrong, man? She kissed him, didn't she? She's a whore. Dylan's like, yep, she did. You were right. Oh, it's gonna be all right, Dylan. No, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just I just don't understand it. Like, how can she really say all of these things to me? And then she still goes and she still goes and kisses him. I mean, I just don't understand. I'm like, boy, shut up and buck up. You knew you were getting what you were getting yourself into. You saw how she treated Caleb. Now you think she's gonna be any different to your ass? Psych. Anaya skips to Sincere saying, she tells him, mind you, this is what Anaya has been. Anaya want to have her cake and eat it too. Anaya ain't no damn saint. Anaya is dry humping this man, sitting on top of his dinger and kissing him down boots. Ain't never did this to KC. Ain't never did this to this man. Never. And we mad because the way that he expresses himself is not the way that you express yourself. So you feel like you're doing it the right way because you're really not calling it out to KC in his face. But you're saying it on the movie night though. You're saying how you feel, and yet you're so mad and butthurt. Anyways, I digress. She tells Sincere, oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh, he makes me so happy. I made out with him. It was great. It was great. Sincere says Melanie is his girl. He wants to close it off for her. Sincere, that ain't happening. If Melanie closes it off with you, it's horrible, horrible. Dylan says he feels stupid opening his heart. You're dumb. Kinsey speaks to Anaya. She says kissing is a handshake. And here's my problem with these childish high schoolers, like the boys in Casa call them. They're high schoolers. Anaya hears Kinsey talking like she's a whore. Anaya's complicit. Anaya doesn't hold her accountable at all. She just shakes her head. Yeah, I get it. What? Let one of the guys behave like Kenzie. It's all over. It's all over. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? She's a whore. I don't know how many times I got to say it. And the double standard is twisted as hell. Let Kenzie have been a black woman. Let Kenzie have been a black woman, it would have been a problem. All hell would have broke loose. If Trinity or Anaya acted like Kenzie, oh, it would have been all hell she wrote. Look at how he felt when Melody was kissing both dudes. We took her through the mud. Kenzie skipping along like, oh, kissing is like a handshake. She's a whore. But she's white, so everything's all right. Right. Let's see. Kana tells Jen about Dylan. Okay, Kenzie speaks to that. Kana tells Jen about Dylan crying and kissing Gal, and Kenzie kissing Gal. Jen is like, this is effed up. That what does Kenzie want from these guys? They both clock her, not to her face, but they both clock Kenzie. Jen says, I think that she just needs two people all the time. Like, she needs the attention. Like, I don't understand it. Like, what is this about? You have a great guy, but then you go ahead and mess it up with this guy. In my mind, as she's speaking, I'm like, I wonder if she's going to tell Kenzie to her face about all this. I wonder, right? In my mind. Is she gonna be this bold? She talking to Kata like everything greasy. Let's see if she talking to Kinsey like this. Kinsey tells Jen she kissed Gal. Jen tells her right away, I already know already. What's the issue? What is the issue with you? Why do you need both guys? You did the same thing to Caleb, now you're doing the same thing to Dylan. I'm like, yes, digging her ass. Digging her ass. But isn't it just like a Karen? Isn't it just like a Karen for her to do an Uno reverse and flip it back on her? First of all, I'm just exploring. Second of all, I don't think it's right when you using those words against me. I'm a great friend. I'm a great person. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do in this house. No, you're having your cake and you're eating it too, whore. You're being a Corbin and you're damn for sure being a Sincere. But ain't no one coming down your throat because you're a white woman. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. We ran Melanie through the mud and she was experimenting in a challenge. Kinsey has had the most play in his house, and we just, oh, okay, she's exploring. Out of here. Okay? And I don't like how Jen backed down from Kinsey. Jen was like, well, okay, well, I accept. You're right. It's the men. No! Jen, I was liking you, girl. I was like, oh, she's sticking up for herself. But now Kenzie feels bad. Jen said I'm not a good friend. I feel horrible. And all I'm trying to do is just explore. Out of here. Out of here. And I know we cannot be accepting of this behavior. This is bullshit. And I hope during movie night, we see it all play out with Kenzie. Because this don't make no damn sense. Don't make no damn sense at all. She says she's just exploring and she is a good friend. Kenzie pipes up. I'm like, girl, pipe down. She really let Jen have it. And I don't understand why Jen backed down from that. Because Kenzie is all in the wrong here. All in the wrong. Dylan tells Kenzie, I understand Jen's perspective. Kenzie says she doesn't need to explore anyone else only because she feels bad. Okay. So she goes upstairs. She puts on her Karen antics. She's just like, oh my God, they just said so many poor things to me. And I'm so upset because I am a good friend. And it's just this experiment. I'm here. Dylan's like, I understand what Jen is going through. Are you telling me now that you're done with Gal, that you're going to pursue us? I don't know why this man wants this girl this bad. I have no idea. But are you going to pursue us? Because he's like, yeah, I think I really want to because I don't like all of these feelings. I don't like that everybody's upset with me. I am a good person. I need to kiss somebody to feel something. Okay, is Sincere not doing the same shit? Is Sincere not doing the same shit? Man, look at here. This shit is twisted. There's some like the boy said, it's double standard ass shit. Carl picks door 8 and opens it. It's a 9. Casey comes up. Casey's video was real. He did not want to see his video. Casey says I have nothing in common with Anaya. Anaya is mad with Sincere. She feels like he didn't have her back. Anaya, and in my notes, I put Anaya F's on Carl though. Like Anaya dry humped him. Melanie says you used Anaya to stay on the show. That's how the girls feel some sort of way towards Casey. They attack Casey. I'm not about to deal with this anymore because the girls are just as complicit. At least Kinsey is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're ganging up on the dudes like they're like, the whole rule of we're exploring, we're just not disrespecting you. Okay, yeah, that's cute to a certain degree, but y'all don't really care for real. So enough is enough. Like, you find out how much of a jackass he is. Why do you care that much? You already said like we're not hanging out outside the house. So like, I just don't understand why we're pressing the issue. When you sit here clearly have a connection with Carl. I don't understand that. The girls go off on KC and TT stands up for the girls and tells the guys they all knew KC liked TT over Anaya. Kata is mad that she didn't know Elena left. The people stick up for Zach. Zach likes the girl. Zach is a way better person than Sincere is. And Zach clearly likes Kata. He just, when y'all are in the Love Island, this is the only time y'all get to do this. So y'all got to explore, right? That's what everybody says. You have to explore. During 10 is Anaya. They show Anaya saying she knows Casey is exploring and she kisses Carl and everything. The girls are like, how is that all? But then when the guys do it, it's a problem. Sincere goes off on the double standard. Zach calls them out. The girls aren't childish. They're trash. This is my notes. I feel like the girls are childish. I feel like the girls are trash. I do. Door 4 is Sincere. They show his lies about kissing Soul. He says he never felt that way in the house. Sincere telling Soul she is what she wants. She is what he wants. Sincere calling both Soul and Melanie beloved. Melanie cries. Dylan is just eating popcorn. Melanie breaks down. She starts shaking and she asks to be held. She didn't want to say anything. I felt bad for her. In this moment, I don't feel anything at all but sadness for Melanie. Melanie had her one shakeup where she was kissing both dudes and she was playing with the whole Corbin thing. She's fixed that since then. She has. And unfortunately, Sincere allowed that moment for him to feel valid in his actions to play out throughout the whole goddamn show because Sincere is a man child. And I feel like where we have the correction in Melanie, there's no correction with Sincere. And I feel bad for Melanie because Melanie started this off wanting to correct her behaviors and not realizing fully that she has corrected her behaviors and she doesn't have to worry about what happened at the challenge anymore because she's good. It's just now she's still holding herself hostage to that, to the world, and trying to hold out hope for a man that at one moment had a bad problem with her, the way she handled the thing, but then moved on and kept moving on. And I feel like I wish that Corey, I don't know what kind of conversation she had with Corey, but I feel like even though Corey was 3 days, Corey had better intentions, way better intentions than Sincere has displayed in the 3 weeks that they've been here. And I felt horribly bad for her because I get the rock between a rock and a hard place position that she put herself in based off her actions off of that challenge. And sincerely liking Sincere and all of that, she's held hostage now. When she said, "Oh my God, I'm shaking. Can you hold me?" I was like, "Oh my God." Like, I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. And watching Sincere say all of those things and move the way that he has, I mean, you picked Corey. I don't know. And I feel bad again because the girls kept saying, "You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not crazy." Let's be clear. There's a whole double standard in this house. The women feel like they are moving the right way and they feel like all the men are moving the wrong way. And the reason why they feel like all the men are moving the wrong way is because all of the men have something not so nice to say about the women because the women are annoying as fuck. And the women don't realize that they're annoying as fuck. And I feel like the women be saying some choice things too, and and it's like, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Y'all are gonna sit here and act like the men can't explore or the men have to explore the way that you want them to. But your sister over here in Kinsey is Sincere and Corbin wrapped up in one. Matter of fact, she is Sincere, Corbin, and Zach wrapped up in one. And she walking around here like her shit don't stink. And she really found herself having an attitude with Jen, and Jen just gonna allow her to speak to her that way. The double standard is crazy to me. Kenzie is a whore by Love Island standards. And I want Kenzie's video to play out and I want her to look like a that she is because she is, bro. She is. She is. She is only for herself. She doesn't care about anybody else in that house. And I feel like this was the one episode where she actually felt like she was on the wrong side of things, but she needs to sit there for the remainder of the show because the way she is moving is just twisted and diabolical. The nicest men in there were Caleb and Sean, and they're getting shitted on. They're getting shitted on. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how these girls think that I don't know. I don't know. Leave your comments below this video. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you think that Kenzie is in the right or in the wrong? Um, and do you feel like she's just like Sincere and Corbin? Leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel. Deuces.